The leak of the draft of a ground-shifting Supreme Court opinion has shocked the country.
Now, that leaked majority opinion indicates the U.S. Supreme Court is poised to overturn the landmark 1973 case Roe v. Wade. That case legalized abortion nationwide. News 19's Emily Mosner joins us now live. She's looking into what could happen here in Alabama if that case is overturned. And Emily, I understand you've spoken to an elected official who's been in the middle of Alabama's efforts to ban abortion.
That's right. Now, what's important to reiterate is that abortions are still legal to perform here in the state of Alabama. Now, it would take the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade in order to stop that. Now, if that happens, abortions would likely stop in Alabama. That's because Alabama has what's called a pre-Roe abortion ban in place, meaning a law is basically ready to go if Roe versus Wade is overturned. It was put in place in 2019 when Governor Kay Ivey signed the Human Life Protection Act. However, in late 2019, a federal judge, citing Roe versus Wade, issued a preliminary injunction blocking the enforcement of a part of the law that would make performing an abortion a felony. The law as written outlaws abortions in any case. It does not have any exceptions, including in cases of rape or incest. Now, today I spoke with the Human Life Protection Act sponsor, State Representative Terry Collins of Decatur.
My preference would be that we would look at legislation that would be focused very much like that heartbeat bill, if we were able to have our own legislation. Until we see what that Supreme Court ruling actually does, we're really not going to know how that affects our Human Life Protection Act until we hear from that one.
Representative Collins said she wants to see the decisions regarding abortions back in the hands of individual states. Now, today I also spoke with the owner of one of 3 abortion clinics in the entire state of Alabama. You'll hear what they have to say about the situation coming up at 5 o'clock. But for now, live in Huntsville, Emily Mosner, News 19.